Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy C Will back to you with another video, and as you can see here, boom, we got the NZXT H510 Airflow. Boom, you see it. We got grills. You can see me through the grills. This is a first. This case has been out for a while, but yeah, I'm gonna rebuild Knight Rider, and I know I probably rebuilt Knight Rider at least about 4 times now, but Knight Rider. In the back, you've seen my previous builds. If you haven't, definitely make sure that you hit one of the cars up to the left, up to the right. But what's different about this H510 is the actual mesh grill that we have in the front. It also has a mesh dust filter as well that you can be able to take out. But yes, as you can see, this is real easy to take out. But now we actually have the opportunity to be able to get airflow to come through the actual case. And yeah, because we know we've had the H510 Elite, you know, I did builds and stuff in the case before, wasn't the best, you know, when it came to airflow and all that different type of stuff. But as you can see here, we're going to definitely test out the airflow. We're going to put some good components into the system. I have a 5800X, yeah, hot box, right? And then I also have a Asus Strix 3080 Ti. Beast of a card that's going to actually go in here as well. And yeah, we're going to test out some stuff. Yes, I'm going to talk about this, but before I do, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech, whatever it is, we like to do it. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. And so definitely want to help support the channel. You can hit the links down in the description below. We got merch, you know, we got Amazon links, we got all that good stuff. So just click the links, hit the links if you want to enjoy the Discord. That, you know, become a part of the community and all that good stuff. Definitely, you can do that as well. We got a couple of things here. We got the Uni fans. Yeah, I've been wanting some of these for the longest now. These are 120 millimeter fans, the SL120s by Lian Li. RGB fans, we got a total, it's 3 that's in this box and comes with the RGB controller. And then we also have an additional one here. And I'll show you how I'm going to get those populated in the case. And then we have this classic Cooler Master Hyper 212 RGB black. And you're probably wondering, like, why do you have this? I got this for the 5800X. Now, you're probably asking, why am I moving from a 360 millimeter AIO to an air cooler? And they consider this to actually be a budget air cooler. Well, this particular air cooler actually covers up as far as wattage, you know, up to 150 watts. So, okay, it's pretty good. So what we're gonna do is actually do some testing. So I created 2 videos that's been doing very well on the channel. One is undervolting your CPU and undervolting your GPU. So you can actually hit one of the cars up at the left right-hand corner. I also put those links down in the description below. Essentially, undervolting allows you to be able to get less wattage, less power, you know, a little bit more performance, the way that, you know, Ryzen CPUs and stuff like that work, and also the way GPUs work. But also at the same time, because of that, because of the lower power, you could be able to get better temps. So I have my GPU and CPU undervolted, and I'm definitely going to check to see if this is enough to be able to keep the 5800X cooled. And so we'll be checking that out today too. So yeah, so I tell you what, let's take a look at the case and see what all is included, what's not included, and how we're going to populate the fans. Okay, so as you can see here, we got a 120 millimeter fan, and you can actually fit 2 120 millimeter fans in here for a total of 240 millimeters. So you can either do a 240 millimeter AIO, or you could do 2 140 millimeter fans, a total of 280, and you could do a 280 millimeter AIO in the front. And so that's a great thing. That's about this, is that when you put this on the front, real easy to put on and take off. That has the actual mesh dust filter in here as well. And I think for the build, I'm actually going to remove this dust filter. I usually clean my case out, you know, pretty often. And so I'm not worried about the actual dust that this is going to be pulling in. And the reason being is because I want the most airflow possible, because this is the only point of intake on the case. So all of the cool air is going to be coming in here. So as we take off the tip of glass, turn this to the side, you can actually see the case comes with 2 fans. 120 millimeter in the front and 120 millimeter in the back. The one that's in the back is actually for exhaust. So as you can see here, this will be, you know, pulling air out. But like I told you earlier, I'm going to be using the Uni fans So I'm going to take both of the 120mm fans out that comes with the case. So I'm going to replace them with the Uni fans, RGB. So I will put 2 of these in the front, and also at the top of this case, you can either put 140mm or 120mm. It fits both. Slot on the back only fits 120. There's 2 slots in the front. Could be either 2 140s or 2 120s. So I'm going to put one of these fans at the top for exhaust, one in the back for exhaust, and the 2 are going to go in the front for intake. I think that's going to be the optimal flow. So we'll be using pretty much every option we can, total of 4 fans. And yeah, I think it's going to be actually pretty cool. And plus the aesthetic, you know, I think it's going to be pretty dope. I got it in my mind. I got it in my mind of how it's going to look right now, and I can't wait. And so, yeah, I mean, everything else about the H510 airflow, same as the regular H510. If we actually turn this around on the back here, you could be able to see all of the PCIe slot covers. You got your space for your power supply that's going to go here. And these pretty much screw off with your fingers. They're toolless most of the time. But they seem to be coming out pretty good here. If we take this off, and again, nothing has changed on the back here, except, you know, with the H510 airflow. This case was pretty much $100. It was 99 bucks. The price may fluctuate, and I know $99, you don't get much with the case. I'm gonna go ahead and take out these stock fans. And then we'll take out the 120mm fan here, but we actually need to take out the actual fan tray. And so that's the easiest way to do this. I can also pop this front panel off. And as you can see, I got the mesh here, but I'm actually going to take this out because I'm not going to use that. And so it's even going to bring even more airflow through the front panel. What I'm going to do, we're going to get the Lian Li Uni fans, as you can see here. And we are going to populate these fans, exhaust in the back, exhaust at the top, and then 2 intake on the front. Okay, so if we, first time using these, I'm super excited. These are great fans. I think these get up to 1900 RPM. They go as low as 800 RPM. The PWM. They have great static pressure. So if you wanted to use these on the AIO, these will pull air through the actual radiator and all that good stuff. As you can see here, here's the connector. And what's great about these fans is that you could actually connect these fans together, which is what I'm going to do on the front. But there's one cable, and that which connects like that, and you have one for the PWM, and then you have one for the actual RGB. And so, yeah, it makes, you know, cable management a lot easier. And here's the other side of the fan. So if I was actually connecting this, this is the portion that will connect to another fan. And then this box, this is a box that comes with 3, and it comes with all of the, you know, the cables. And then it also comes with the controller. So actually looking at this, you have the power that goes here. This is a USB that plugs into the motherboard. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like how this is all connected. So for the first fan, you have the power RGB. Second fan, power RGB. Third fan, power RGB. Fourth fan, power RGB. So you connect up to 4 fans per controller. All right, so because these are connected like this, we only need just this one cable that's going to connect. And because these are connected, this is what I love about the Uni fans. I just need one cable. So yeah, let's do it. Boom. So now we got these on the actual fan tray. And so this is going to route through. It's going to look like that on the front, and then it's going to route through. So far so good. Okay, let's go ahead and put the power supply in. Seasonic, 850 watts. All right, guys. So I tell you what, let's take a look at the last things that we need to do. I actually got my cables to come in. Yep, we have the EZDIY Fab PSU cable extensions. Now, this is not a big case, and we're going to take a look at the back. Most of the extra cabling, because like with this right here, this is 3 8-pins. And I've already put the actual cable combs and everything on these. But these are going to look so dope. Plug in directly into here. So this is going to kind of replace this. These are going to plug into here. We're going to stuff the rest down into the actual, to the chassis. And we'll take a look at the back. But just looking at these look a whole lot different than this. So I've been waiting to replace this. So I got the 3 8-pin connectors, and then I have the 24-pin, which these actually look similar, right? But I have the 24-pin connector that's going to be going for the power to the board. I also have some PSU cables and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm going to change these out because you really can't see them. The most important thing from an aesthetic standpoint, with this case is definitely these, and also the 24-pin connector. So that's what we're going to hook up today. And then we'll see what the rest of this build looks like when it's done. Let's get to it. These are snapped in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these cable combs up here, and then I'm going to slide this one up. I got 2 on here, and I'm going to bend these a little bit more. Unplug this bad boy so I can put the 24-pin connector through. So I know sometimes this is also hard to get off, and I was able to get it off. Like I said, I had already put the cable combs on, but we need to bend it because it's actually going to look like that. And so got to make sure that this is right. So let me push this one through. That's going to go to the back, and then we're going to snap this one in. real quick. Trying to get these cables to act right. It's going to be something of its own. So I don't know. So far, so good. All right, let's turn around to the back. Okay, looks like we got everything tidied up. All right, so let's bring it back to the front. Okay, so taking a look at this, that looks pretty clean. We got the 888, and of course, you know, that's looking really good. Extension cables, and then we got the 24 pin custom. Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and hook this thing up. All right, guys, so, you know, we got everything up. We got the glass panel and everything on. This is the Lian Li Connect software. I actually had to upgrade the firmware before I could be able to get this software to work. I may do a video on that. You know, definitely let me know if there's something that you want to see or know about. But as you can see, I actually have my fans on manual. They're all at 1,240 RPM, and so you can barely hear it. I was silent for a reason. And so yeah, even at, you know, almost 1,300 RPM, you can barely hear the fans. And so all 4 of the fans are connected with the software, and yeah, 2 on the front intake, back, and the top exhaust. All right, and the fan on the actual cooler, it's just on auto. So it's just doing this thing. So as you can see here, I got CPU core temp. Right now we are at 42 degrees. I got the NZXT cam. 41 degrees is what it's showing for the CPU. GPU 42 degrees. And we have Cinebench up right here, but it's not running yet. This has been running for a while. I just wanted you to see pretty much, you know, when the system is just idle, that's what it sits at with that CPU cooler. And this is the 5800X. Now, I do have it undervolted. And so, you know, that's the thing. So if you want to see that video, definitely make sure you hit the link down in the description below. But even with it being undervolted, can this cooler Master Hyper 212 black RGB, can it cool and keep this 5800X up under control? And so, yeah, let's go ahead and start Cinebench. And I am going to let this run for a while, and then I'll come back after it's been running for at least about 5 minutes. But as you can see, this pegs all of the cores at 100%. And this will definitely let me know what the max temp, you know, gets up to. And so we'll come back. So this has about 9 minutes. So it's about 9 minutes left. We'll come back after about 5 minutes. Okay, so Cinebench has been running, still running. It's been running for at least 5 minutes now. And we go back to CPU core temp, and max 79 degrees. Power 122 watts. And as you can see, NZXT cam, you know, it's been pretty much sitting between 78 to 79. And that's the CPU undervolt. So I went from using a 360 millimeter AIO, the NZXT Z73 phenomenal AIO. I was using that to now using a Cooler Master air cooler. You know, with the Undervolt on the 5800X, and I'm maxing out at 79 degrees, which is phenomenal. So the airflow on this case definitely helps with that. And also with the Undervolt, and I can actually use an air cooler. So yeah, kudos to NZXT for making this case. I love it. And yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm gonna keep rocking with this. We'll get back to the Lian Li case pretty soon, because I actually want to populate all these fans in that case. But yeah, we'll test out another one. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching the video all the way through. Holla at y'all later. Peace.